Kids and cadets, happy Saturday. Welcome to my Turd Festival. It's a turdy day here at Tommy Time. So, this came in yesterday. Working on a customer's Honda new Cuban scrapper. He's been bringing me stuff now for almost a week. He had stopped. He had seen me working in the yard. He wanted to know if I would take mowers, and I said yeah. I gave him the rundown what I wanted. So he came out with one, then three, and then this one. So this is the fifth one. So I gave him 15 for it. It was on the tailgate of his truck, and I just kind of looked it over. The front wheel here near dyno was bound up. This one's moving. So it just looked like a $15 machine, so that's what I gave him. So let's look it over. Just noticed a couple things which I'll discuss. Kind of pushed it onto the grass and went on to my other project, so now it's a good time as any to look at it. So like I said, he had the tailgate down. This was sitting on the tailgate next to a dryer, and then on top of everything he had 6 or so windows. Somebody must have done some construction work. They took out the aluminum frame windows with the glass panes, and he had all this sitting up on the handle. So I realize now, I see the handle's crooked, and I look closely, and all the weight of the glass and the aluminum pushed down here and cracked the plastic. So that's a bummer, but no fear. I just came across this to replace it with. It's a high wheeler, same setup. Hinged here. So I just got to do a swap out, because you could see the tubing here is wonky, and it's just going to be dancing on its own. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. So yard machine 550EX. Well, other thing I noticed is rat damage. I couldn't find Ratty. Maybe he ran off somewhere. But I brought everybody else out to celebrate Turd Day. So let's figure out why this thing was dumped and the scrapper grabbed it. 11 Alpha dash Bravo 1 Bravo Echo 729 MTD product. Don't like that the front end's that low and the rear end is just as low. Actually, the front end's 1 notch higher, it looks like. Yeah, rear end's lower than the front end. Okay, let's get busy, because I'm getting dizzy. Engine model 09 Papa 7020 145 Frank 1. Engine serial begins with 17, which designates 2017. 1706305174868. So, what else? This thing's been beat up. No muffler guard, except for this little piece here. Let's see what kind of maintenance. Very dirty paper pleated filter. I bet you it's the original one, or the one that came with it from the factory. I doubt they ever changed it. Let's look at the oil. Ducky thinks if they couldn't change an air filter, they probably didn't do anything with the oil. Ducky's absolutely right. We got well-used oil. Is there any gas in it? Very little. Should we take a fuel sample? Why the heck not? Let me grab my turkey baster. That was a big draw. What do we got? Water. Strictly water. I saw droplets the minute I squirted out, but you could see, you can see here all the droplets floating. So no good. A little bit of gas on top. I'd say 5% gas, the rest is water. So I would call that a stinker. I'll show you. I'll take a little sample and dump it here. And you can see all the water droplets just dancing down, dancing without a partner. So that's the deal with this. Water in the tank, and my scrapper scrapped it. So where's my 2 plus 2? Well, first let's, before we do anything, turn it over. See if they hit anything. Can the blade be salvaged? So I'll do my AB compound, the Turtel, and patch this up and spray paint it black here. They had this outside, obviously, or in a carport where a rodent got at it. Either a rat or a squirrel did the damage. There's mold here, so this was in a wet environment. Got black mold on the plastic. So if the next buyer stores it outside, I definitely want to seal up this tank to prevent any water intrusion, because I'm bruising. Let me turn this big red turd on its side. We got cable action, yep. Safety brake cables in one piece. Oh, I see a little bow out here on the deck. You see what I'm seeing? Right here. It should be more flat. That's kind of odd, where it was pushed out and not banged in from hitting something. Okay, I'm not going to lose any gas, I don't think, from this rat damage. There's very little in the tank. Okay, we didn't leak anything. But we got We got issues right away. Blade's on upside down. It spins like this, so the back side of the blade was cutting, not the leading edge. So they were just hacking and slashing, so still sharp here, and of course no damage because it was on backwards. They couldn't hit anything running it backwards. So turn this upside down and put it on the right way. There's a sticker here, so they changed this. It's not as old as the oil and the air filter. Got a piece of coral or something stuck down there. What else can I see? I hit something here to break the plastic. Something jammed itself up here. Typical crack on these decks starting right here. So luckily it hasn't gone very far. I've had them go up to here and then up here. Same thing. It's cracked right there, about the same length. And this is the jammed up wheel. I'll have to goober this up to break it free. Here's my 2017. Okay. Let's try starting it. Put you right on top of the action. This is going to be a reaction one way or another. Let me put the wheels up so I'm not kicking up too much sand. All right. Looks like it's got a different plug. I see N. Is it NGK or a China? Boy, that was hard. NIU. What's NIU? I don't know, but let's investigate. I've got my socket here from another project. Okay, it's not the standard champion size socket. Go ahead and remove it just to see how it was burning. Is there any oil on it or water in the cylinder? 13/16 socket. This thing was made in USA with global components. Okay. I think it's oily. Okay, it's a new sack. NIUSK. Haven't seen a new sack or a nice sack. Frank 7 Tango Charlie. Typical Chinese plug, the chrome here gets rusty and starts pitting. You guys ever see a new sack? I'm going to tie the bail bar down, pull on it, ground it out against the overhead valve cover. I just want to see if this thing's producing. Because if it's not, it will be reducing into the trash container. Because I'm a maintainer. Vice grips on the bail bar. Okay, what do you want to do? We'll go to the muffler, scratch some of this rust, get a bare surface. What do we got? We got Sparky. The new sack is giving us what we want. An ignition source. So I'll be thrilled if it fires off. I think it will. Water doesn't burn. I've been trying for many years to try to get it to burn. This is not a machine that won't run without a petroleum product inserted through the carburetor. Okay, goose it with 2+2, highly flammable carb cleaner, gum cutter. Oh yeah. Ta-da. Kicked off, smoked a little bit, but that's okay. Let me just wipe the dipstick clean. I don't think it was overfilled. It seemed to be okay at the right level when I checked initially. Yeah, right at the top, excuse me, right at the top mark. Whoever had it, they were not lacking on their oil level. Okay, so a little bit of work to do on this. Kicked off. We got to switch the blade to the right side, change out the ass end, free up this binding front wheel due to no lubrication. So all in all, what do you think for 15? We'll get this thing going. It'll be 130 most likely when I'm done with it. High rear wheel pusher. I'll last 130. Have a factory blade on it since it was upside down and not actually cutting anything, hacking and slashing. So here we go. Have a nice day. Happy sad turd day. Or sad turd day. That could be a new name. Somebody suggested that. I forgot who it was, but they said sad turd, and I agree with that logic, because this is what this is, a sad turd. You guys have a good day. Thanks. Please tip your waitress and wait staff. Adios, amigos.